Basically, here's what I bring to what I do here, which kind of dovetails to all of that. I started out as a corporation lawyer way back in 1967. I did business law, things that are called the secretarial side of the business, which is taking care of stocks and labor law and that sort of stuff, and did all of that. And that was here in Pennsylvania. And then after about 5 or 6 years, I moved on to New York, where I was working for a very large law firm. It's kind of like the big stuff you see on TV. It was right on Park Avenue. Had 135 lawyers in that office alone and multiple other offices, and did a lot of business work for what are essentially Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies. And I learned very, very carefully then how counseling is the largest part of what you do. Those big companies are not interested in getting involved in lifetime litigation if they can avoid it by negotiating proper settlements. After a number of years doing that, for both professional and personal reasons, I moved back to Pennsylvania and reestablished myself here as a generalist. Now, generalist means in my practice, I do a number of basic things for everyday people most of the time. I do family law. Family law is divorces, custody, support, the kinds of things that everyday people in real life see every day. In fact, the statistics haven't changed a whole lot over the years. Still, maybe 50% of marriages, thereabouts, don't work. 50% do. I see the unhappy people where it didn't work, and it's not my job to be a psychologist or a social worker, and I certainly don't have a time machine to go back when they got involved with their spouse and do the things maybe better then or thought better then than they did. Nobody gets married thinking, boy, I can't wait till things go wrong. So as a consequence, when they finally do, and they come to see me, that's already way too late for things like counseling and try to work it out, because if they're seeing a lawyer, it's pretty bad already. I've only had a few times in all these years that people reconciled after the case started, they came to see me, and it worked. Very few people who see a lawyer find themselves not going ahead with divorce and living happily ever after. Mostly, it goes to conclusion, even if there's some side steps along the way while people try to work it out. Beyond all that, I also do wills. I write them with trusts. I do traffic cases in small time, very small time, criminal stuff up to maybe DUI, simple assault, neighborhood disputes. I do adoption cases from time to time. I set up small businesses for people that need to incorporate or do business with partners, negotiations, contracts, and in all of those, as there would be if you were to see my office, there's a large sculpture on one of my desks. It's a sculpture of a giant ear. The point being, the most important skill you need when you see a lawyer, that lawyer needs, is the ability to listen to what's going on and then figure out what is this case really about and get you there in the most efficient way possible. That's the benefit for the client. It's the benefit for me, because no lawyer I can think of enjoys a case that goes on forever with a lot of arguments that don't really get you anywhere for no purpose. Most friends of mine in the bar, lawyers I know, we all complain about the same thing. Why doesn't my client listen to me and save themselves some trouble? Listen to your lawyer, because after all, you need to get a lawyer that's going to do that and do that right for you. It's only your life. It's your property. It's your freedom. Remember that. When it really matters, the choice is simple.